Parker and his bankrupt SkyTrain. But not before Freddie's girls put up a jolly good fight trying to save his no-frills flights. After rocking together for 18 years, The Who sang their goodbyes on a final farewell tour. The tour took in $35 million. Not bad for a final paycheck. Another retirement. Sugar Ray Leonard. An injury to his eye seemed to be cured, but Sugar Ray said he decided to hang up his gloves forever. It was a forced retirement for baseball's laid-back commissioner, Bowie Kuhn. After 14 years, the owners pulled the plug. Ending another 14-year career as manager of the Baltimore Orioles, Earl Weaver. Called the little man with the big temper, Weaver's arguments got him thrown out of a record 89 games. Umpires all over the league were heard breathing a sigh of relief, but baseball will miss fiery Earl Weaver. September 20th, a landmark in sports. Only 2 weeks into the professional football season, 1,500 players decided to take a timeout. The players wanted more money, more security, and more control of the game. The owners said no. For the first time, 80 million fans were faced with an autumn without pro football. As the unprecedented strike dragged on, players began to feel the pinch. Some of the 49ers started waiting on tables. Ricky Watts went to work in an auto shop. New York players offered to do almost anything for anyone who would rent a jet. Finally, after 57 days, an agreement was reached, and a belated season limped into action. For better or worse. For weeks, football fans had been surviving on the memories of Super Bowl 16. It was quite a game. The Cincinnati Bengals versus the San Francisco 49ers. With the brainy coaching of Bill Walsh and the laser-fast arm of Joe Montana, San Francisco dominated the game. It went down to the wire. After a last-minute threat by the Bengals, the 49ers held on to win 26-21. The most incredible football play of 1982 came at the end of a college game. Beginning with only 4 seconds on the clock, the University of California upset arch-rival Stanford with this unorthodox effort. An astonishing 5 lateral passes, ending with a final drive through the stunned Stanford band as it stood in the end zone, ready to celebrate. In pro basketball, the season came down to the Philadelphia 76ers and the Los Angeles Lakers. A blazing fast break, and shots like this by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar made the difference. The Lakers had their second NBA title in 3 years. The most incredible shot in college basketball by Dwight Anderson, the University of Southern California, from outside the court and over the backboard. In Madrid, the Super Bowl of soccer. In the semifinals, Italy put mighty Brazil out of contention. As an incredible 2 billion people watch on television, the upstarts go on to defeat West Germany. The World Cup is back in Rome after 44 years. In baseball's World Series, 2 teams from beer capitals in the Central Time Zone, the wall-banging Brewers of Milwaukee and the fast-running Cards of St. Louis. There were some great moments and more than a normal share of mistakes by both teams. In the end, Bruce Sutter and the Cards had the sounder pitching. St. Louis took the series in 7. In hockey, the New York Islanders won the Stanley Cup for the 3rd time in 3 years. But all eyes were on the skinny kid from the Edmonton Oilers. 21-year-old Wayne Gretzky completely rewrote the hockey record books in 1982. The great Gretzky's final total, 92 goals and 212 points. The 1982 men's tennis finals at Wimbledon. Bad boys, Jimmy Connors and John McEnroe. After a grueling match that lasted 4 hours and 14 minutes, the comeback winner, 29-year-old Jimmy Connors. It was the richest, most hyped-up fight in sports history, worth $6 million per man. Larry Holmes proved a true heavyweight champion. Jerry Cooney, no great white hope, but a decent man. Decent and soundly defeated. Pebble Beach, California. Tom Watson, about to win his first U.S. Open. About to get the best shot of his life. A 16-foot chip out of the rough and into the 17th hole. In the New York City Marathon, the field soon narrows to 2. Rodolfo Gomez of Mexico and Alberto Salazar of the United States. A final surge, and Salazar, the world record holder, wins again. Finally, in 1982, there was one runner, one athlete, who seemed to outshine the rest. Plagued with injuries throughout 1981, Mary Decker Tabb drew on the inspiration of her new husband Ron and her own matchless speed and stamina and returned to the track. In 1982, after a 17-month layoff, Mary ran away with it all, setting 7 world records and easily earning the title Amateur Sportswoman of the Year. October 1st, a baffling murder mystery. Inside this ambulance, the lifeless body of 35-year-old Paula Prince, the victim of cyanide poisoning. The source? Capsules of extra-strength Tylenol, America's most popular painkiller. Tylenol is quickly removed from drugstore and market shelves. Hundreds of police and FBI detectives begin a nationwide hunt for the killer. An early clue comes from photographs taken in this Chicago pharmacy. The woman is Paula Prince. In the background, a man seems to watch. At first, the man is thought to be James Lewis. Lewis is suspected of trying to extort $1 million from the makers of Tylenol in the wake of the murders. But painstaking computer enhancement of the photo seems to rule Lewis out, and police are forced to continue to pursue hundreds of other leads. As Halloween 1982 approaches, a terrifying series of copycat crimes begins. Poison is found in everything from eye drops to candy. Cities across the nation are forced to ban Halloween trick-or-treating, a sad loss for millions of kids. By the end of the year, new tamper-resistant packaging is on the shelves. Consumer confidence is on the way back, but the mystery of the Tylenol murders remains unsolved.